Hey there, friend. In today's podcast, I'm sharing the things I wish I had known when I first started learning English. These tips could have saved me a lot of time and confusion. If you're just starting out, or even if you've been learning for a while, this episode is for you. When I first started learning English, I was so excited. I thought I would speak fluently in just a few weeks. But soon, I realized it's not that easy. I wish someone had told me that learning a language takes time and patience. I expected fast results. But English requires consistent effort every day. This is something I learned the hard way. One of the first mistakes I made was trying to memorize long lists of vocabulary. I thought if I knew many words, I would automatically speak better. But that wasn't true. I wish I knew that using words in context is more important than just memorizing them. Practice and real conversations help much more than flashcards alone. I also used to be afraid of making mistakes. I didn't want to sound silly or incorrect, so I avoided speaking at all. Looking back, I wish someone had told me that mistakes are part of learning. They're not failures, they're signs of progress. Every mistake is a lesson. Don't be afraid to speak, even if it's not perfect. Another thing I wish I knew was the importance of listening. I focused so much on speaking and writing, but I didn't spend enough time listening to native speakers. Listening helps you get used to the rhythm, intonation, and natural speed of the language. Podcasts, movies, and songs are amazing tools that I discovered too late. I used to translate everything in my head. I thought in my native language first, then translated into English. That made my speech slow and unnatural. I wish I had started thinking in English from the beginning. Even simple thoughts like, I'm hungry or it's a sunny day, can train your brain to switch languages smoothly. Grammar confused me a lot. I thought I needed to master all grammar rules before speaking. But actually, grammar comes with practice. You don't have to be perfect to communicate. Start with basic structures and improve over time. I spent too much time worrying about grammar and not enough time using English naturally. One thing that really helped me later was reading books for learners. At first, I tried reading adult novels, but they were too difficult. I wish I had started with graded readers. These books are written for language learners and are perfect for building vocabulary and confidence. I didn't realize how important pronunciation is. I used to read words but didn't know how they sounded. So, I mispronounced many common words. I wish I had practiced with a dictionary that includes audio or used apps like Englush or Forvo to hear how native speakers pronounce words. Consistency is key. I used to study for hours one day, then nothing for a week. That didn't help. I wish I had known that studying a little bit every day is better than cramming. Even 20 minutes daily can make a huge difference over time. Language learning is more like a marathon than a sprint. Motivation comes and goes. I was very motivated in the beginning, but when progress slowed, I lost hope. I wish someone had told me that this is normal. Language learning has ups and downs. The important thing is not to quit. Keep going, even when it feels hard. The results will come, slowly but surely. I used to compare myself with others. I saw classmates who spoke better than me and felt discouraged. I didn't realize that everyone learns at their own pace. I wish I had focused on my own progress instead of comparing. Your journey is unique, and comparison only steals your joy. Using English in real life is more important than doing exercises. I spent too much time filling in grammar worksheets and not enough time speaking, writing, or listening. Real-life usage helps you remember and understand better. I wish I had practiced with people from the start. Apps can help a lot. In the beginning, I didn't use any learning apps. Later, I found Duolingo, Memrise, and Anki. These tools made learning fun and organized. I wish I had used them earlier. They also help you track your progress, which is motivating. Having a language partner changes everything. I was shy to talk to others, but when I finally found a conversation partner online, my skills improved quickly. Talking to a real person, even once a week, helped me speak more naturally and confidently. I wish I had done that from the start. Watching English content with subtitles is powerful. I only watched English movies with subtitles in my native language. That didn't help much. Later, I switched to English subtitles, and it made a big difference. It helped me connect spoken words with their written form. I didn't understand the importance of reviewing. I learned new things every day, but quickly forgot them. I wish I had reviewed regularly. Spaced repetition helps you remember better. It's not just about learning. It's about keeping what you learn in your memory for a long time. I thought speaking fluently meant speaking fast. So I tried to talk quickly, which made me nervous and confused. I wish I had known that fluency is more about speaking clearly and smoothly than speaking fast. Take your time. It's okay to pause and think. Writing helped me improve my English, but I started it too late. I wish I had kept a daily journal in English from the beginning. Writing your thoughts helps you organize your sentences, remember vocabulary, and reflect on your learning journey. I didn't ask enough questions. When I didn't understand something, I just stayed silent. I wish I had asked teachers or friends for help more often. There's no shame in asking questions. It shows that you care and want to learn. At first, I didn't use English outside the classroom. I thought English was only for school. But English is everywhere. I wish I had used it in real life. Writing emails, reading menus, talking to tourists, or even thinking in English during walks. Music was a hidden treasure. I loved listening to songs, but I didn't realize how helpful they are for language learning. I wish I had used music to improve my listening and pronunciation earlier. Singing along helps you memorize words and practice rhythm naturally. I believed in perfect English. I didn't want to speak unless I could say everything correctly. But perfection is impossible. I wish someone had told me it's okay to make errors. Communication is more important than perfection. Just say what you mean, even if it's not perfect. Watching children's shows felt silly at first, but later, I realized they're perfect for learners. Simple language, clear pronunciation, and fun stories make them ideal. I wish I had started watching shows like Peppa Pig or Dora the Explorer earlier. Group study can be powerful. I studied alone most of the time, thinking it was more efficient. But studying with friends brings fun, support, and shared learning. I wish I had joined English clubs or group chats with learners from other countries. I underestimated the power of goals. I studied without a plan, so I often felt lost. I wish I had set small, clear goals like learn 10 new words today, or watch one TED Talk a week. Goals give you direction and motivation. I didn't track my progress, so I felt like I wasn't improving. I wish I had recorded myself speaking or kept a progress journal. Looking back at your growth builds confidence and reminds you how far you've come. Reading aloud is amazing. I discovered this technique later. It helps with pronunciation, confidence, and fluency. I wish I had read aloud from day one, even if it was just 5 minutes a day. Your mouth needs training like your mind. I avoided slang and idioms. I thought they were unimportant, but native speakers use them all the time. I wish I had learned common expressions like hang out or break the ice. They make your English sound more natural and fun. Using English in your hobbies is powerful. I loved cooking but never watched English recipe videos. I wish I had connected my interests with English. It makes learning more exciting and memorable. Confidence comes with practice, not magic. I waited to feel confident before speaking. But confidence only grows after you speak many times. I wish I had just started speaking and let the confidence grow along the way. Your accent is okay. I used to be ashamed of my accent. I thought I had to sound American or British. But now I know. Having an accent means you're bilingual. I wish I had embraced my accent with pride. Clarity matters more than sounding native. Learning English changes your identity. At first, I thought I was just adding a new skill. But over time, I saw how English opened new worlds, cultures, and ideas. I wish I had understood how deeply it would shape who I am today. Don't forget to enjoy the process. I was too serious sometimes. I wish I had laughed more, played more language games, and enjoyed every step. Language learning should be joyful. You're not just studying. You're growing. Finally, I wish someone had told me, you will succeed. I doubted myself many times, but I kept going. And you should too. Every word, every sentence, every mistake takes you one step closer to fluency. Another thing I didn't realize is how important it is to celebrate small victories. Every time you learn a new word or understand a conversation, that's progress. I used to ignore these wins, always focusing on what I still couldn't do. But I wish I had celebrated every step. It keeps your motivation alive and builds your confidence little by little. I also wish I had used social media wisely. I followed pages and influencers in my native language instead of English ones. But when I started following English language pages about topics I liked, travel, health, technology, I learned so much naturally. It turned my free time into learning time without even noticing. At the beginning, I underestimated the value of listening to my own voice. I was shy and uncomfortable hearing myself speak English. But recording myself helped me improve so much. I could hear my pronunciation mistakes and fix them. I wish I had done that from day one. I thought textbooks were the only way to learn. But real conversations are messy and unpredictable. I wish I had balanced textbook learning with real-world interaction. Watch vlogs, listen to interviews, or chat with a friend. It all helps build practical skills. I also used to avoid reading full books in English. I thought it was too hard. But starting with children's books or simplified novels really helped me. Gradually, I moved to more complex books. I wish I had trusted myself and started reading earlier. One big thing I learned late is how to think in English. Translating everything in your head slows you down and causes confusion. I wish I had trained my mind to think directly in English. Start with simple thoughts. I am walking. It's sunny today. I need to eat lunch. With time, it becomes natural. Flashcards became my best friend, but too late. Apps like Anki and Quizlet make learning vocabulary fun and effective. I wish I had used them earlier. They use spaced repetition to help you remember words longer. In the beginning, I tried to sound like someone else. I copied accents or phrases without understanding them. But I wish I had focused more on being myself in English. Expressing your true thoughts is more powerful than sounding perfect. Learning English helped me meet people from all over the world. I didn't realize how many doors it would open. I joined online forums, discussion groups, and even made friends on gaming platforms. I wish I'd reached out to global communities sooner. Mistakes used to make me feel embarrassed. I would get silent or stop talking when I said something wrong. But I wish I'd understood that mistakes are signs of progress. Each one teaches you something new. Now, I laugh at my mistakes and keep going. Another thing, I wish I had spoken more with native speakers. I was afraid they would judge me or get impatient. But most of them were kind and happy to help. Practicing with native speakers helped me learn real-life expressions and cultural tips, too. Time management matters. I used to study only when I felt like it. But real growth came when I created a daily routine. Even 15 minutes a day made a big difference. I wish I had built a schedule earlier and stuck to it. Watching English subtitles changed my listening skills. I wish I had combined reading and listening from the start. First, use English audio with English subtitles. Later, turn off the subtitles and challenge your ears. It's a great way to train both skills. I didn't understand the value of pronunciation practice. I focused only on grammar and vocabulary. But pronunciation makes you easier to understand. I wish I had practiced mouth movements, sounds, and stress patterns early in my journey. I avoided English podcasts because they seemed long and hard. But then I found beginner-friendly ones, and they were amazing. I listened while cleaning, walking, or relaxing. I wish I had made listening part of my daily routine earlier. Language learning is emotional. Some days you feel proud, other days, frustrated. I wish I had prepared for the ups and downs. It's okay to feel stuck sometimes. The key is to keep going. Progress isn't always visible, but it's happening. I learned that English is more than a language. It's a tool for connection. I wish I had focused less on being perfect and more on building relationships. Talking with others, learning their stories, and sharing mine was the real reward. Another regret? Not keeping track of useful phrases. I would hear something smart, say, "Wow, that's good," and then forget it. I wish I had kept a notebook or app to save phrases I wanted to use later. Collecting language gems makes your speech more colorful. And finally, I wish I had believed in myself more. I thought I wasn't smart enough or didn't have the talent for languages. But learning English isn't about talent. It's about consistency and courage. If you keep showing up every day, you will get better. As I look back, I realize how much time I wasted being afraid to make mistakes. If only I had embraced the process with more curiosity and less judgment, I could have learned faster and with more joy. Fear holds us back. But when you learn to let go of that fear and just enjoy the journey, you make real progress. I also wish I had surrounded myself with a positive learning environment. The people you follow, the content you consume, and the habits you form all shape your language learning. Once I started treating English like a lifestyle, not just a subject, things really changed. My mindset improved, and so did my skills. One important tip I wish I had learned earlier is to set small, realistic goals. Wanting to speak like a native overnight just leads to frustration. But setting goals like, learn 10 new words this week, or listen to one podcast every day, keeps you moving forward steadily. Small steps turn into big progress over time. Another lesson: perfection is the enemy of progress. Waiting until you feel ready to speak or write only delays growth. I now understand that it's better to speak imperfectly than not speak at all. You grow by doing, not by waiting. And don't underestimate the power of writing. I used to avoid writing in English because I thought it was boring or too hard. But journaling helped me organize my thoughts, learn new expressions, and improve my grammar. Writing is like thinking out loud. It sharpens your mind. Sometimes I wish I had someone to tell me, "You're doing better than you think." We're often our own worst critics. But if you're putting in the effort, if you care enough to keep learning, that already makes you successful. Be kind to yourself. Patience and persistence are your best friends. I also learned the power of reviewing what you've learned. Learning something once isn't enough. If you don't review, you forget. I wish I had spent a few minutes each day going over old notes or flashcards. It's like watering a plant. You need to keep it alive. There were moments when I felt stuck. I thought I wasn't improving, but in reality, I was just hitting a plateau, a normal part of learning. I wish I had known that plateaus don't mean failure. They're a sign that your brain is processing deeper information. Don't give up when things feel slow. Keep going. One thing I'm grateful for is that I didn't quit. Even when progress was invisible, I kept listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Now, I can look back and say, wow, I did it. And you can too. No matter where you are today, you can get better if you don't stop. Language learning isn't just about English. It's about becoming a more open, curious, and resilient version of yourself. You learn patience. You build empathy. You connect with people across cultures. It's a journey of personal growth. If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I'd say, relax, have fun, make mistakes, keep going. And that's what I want to tell you today. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present, consistent, and willing to grow. So, what are you waiting for? Pick up that book. Watch that movie. Join that conversation. Your English journey is waiting, and you're more than ready. Thank you for spending time with me today. I hope my story gives you confidence and motivation for your own English journey. If this podcast helped you, share it with a friend who's learning English too. And remember, every small step you take brings you closer to your goals. Keep learning, keep speaking, and I'll see you in the next episode.